Hello, and welcome to a very late edition of Resident Evil Tuesday. You know me, it's StrifeEclipse, and I apologize for getting so much of a late start. I woke up, I fell asleep watching Forensic Files, woke up and something caught my attention on Netflix, and I ended up binge watching all of a 10-episode comedy series called Mr. Iglesias. Gabriel Iglesias playing a history teacher. Anyway, so we are going to attempt to get something in here today. This is going to be probably a longer broadcast. If you've paid attention to any of my previous Resident Evil plays of any sort, you will know that I tend to do these by chapter or segments or bits or something along that line. Well, the Resident Evil we're starting today, Resident Evil Revelations, is a little bit different. It actually calls the chapters episodes. Some of the episodes can be fairly quick, some of them can be fairly long, but I'm trying to break this down into a set series of, for me, 4 episodes. So I'm going to try my best of averaging about 3 in-game episodes per stream episode. So today we're going to be covering episodes 1 through 3. Episode 1 is called Into the Depths, episode 2 is called Double Mystery, and episode 3 is called Ghosts of Veltro. So we're going to try and cover a little bit of everything here as we continue our journey into the Resident Evil franchise. And we're getting closer to end content in terms of we're getting close to the end of the Resident Evil franchise, at least everything they've put out so far, everything that I can personally cover. So we're gonna jump into this, try and knock these 3 episodes out, hopefully keep it relatively short. I'm expecting probably about 3 hours, hoping. So let's go ahead and get this going. Got that clicked. Hello, Twitch. So we did finish Resident Evil 4 all the way through. We are now up to Resident Evil Revelations, which stars one of the original Resident Evil characters introduced, Jill Valentine. We will also see appearances and plays of Chris.
Resident Evil Revelations.
So, I've only actually played this game once in its entirety all the way through. From start to finish, once all the way through. I attempted to start playing this the first time I played it was on Xbox 360. This time around I'm playing it on PS4, and I started playing it to try and increase my trophy count, but my second playthrough I didn't finish. So, great, we gotta do an update. Well, this is gonna be fun. Okay, there we go. I didn't realize there was, I knew there was an update, but I didn't think it was gonna be necessary to play. So, but yeah, so we're gonna find out what happens chronologically. Where we are at is I'm gonna have to hook up with Rain at some point to show him Resident Evil Degeneration, which I will probably do through a private Discord share moment. But where we are at chronologically, this came out after Resident Evil 5, but chronologically it takes place in between Resident Evils 4 and 5. So we're going to, since we're trying to do these chronologically, we are going to play this now, before Resident Evil 5. And this was also technically This is probably, other than Resident Evil 7, this is probably the last Resident Evil that they made that didn't really feature a co-op mode. The raid mode is a co-op area where you can work with somebody or you can work solo, but the main campaign is solo. So, raid mode, cooperative mode where you fight enemies of varying difficulty, game options, game settings, crosshair. Yeah, I think if we can, we'll just kind of mess with each one of these crosshair colors and see which one suits best. So we'll start with blue, then we'll do red and green, and then based off of those, we'll experiment in each episode and see which one works best. So, yes, subtitles are on, map display on, display settings. Let's go with that. Audio. Everything's up to max. Language. English, okay. I think we can change these from in-game. I don't think we have to back out. And then campaign. Okay, so obviously the game I had started while I was working for trophies is not on here. Either that or I have yet to actually put it back on, one or the other. But we're gonna go with new game. And I do know this is where they started kind of changing up the difficulty settings, where they noticed some of them were renamed. Casual was basically like easy mode, normal was normal, and Fertile was like the hard. So, again, anybody who's seen my playthroughs knows that I like a little bit of a challenge, so we're gonna go with normal. And here we go with Resident Evil Revelations. Hello, Jill.
Hey, Jill.
It's an interesting windshield wiper. Jill's changed from the last time we saw her.
The Queen Zenobia. This thing is lucky to be afloat.
Take us around. Let's find a boarding point. It's been 94 minutes since Chris and Jessica dropped off the radar.
But the interpolation from their last known coordinates puts them
Right here on this ship.
Okay, so you're gonna see some changes already to the screen based on what we're used to with some Resident Evils. I kept the Resident Evil 4 aspect. So timeline-wise, some of the things we missed out since I wasn't able to stream them is, in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Jill was still technically a part of STARS as she was trying to escape Raccoon City from Nemesis. there was a rail shooter game called Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, which basically recapped Resident Evil 0, 1, and 3 in a House of the Dead-esque style rail shooter. And there was also bonus content of Chris and Jill.
I don't like the sound of that.
Of Chris and Jill in one of their first missions, I think, as part of a new group called the BSAA. So at this point, both Chris and Jill are classified as one of the founding 11 of the BSAA, which I do not remember what that stands for. I know it stands for like Bioterrorism Security Alliance something or other.
I might be able to shoot it off.
Well, I could, but one thing I do know is I could save myself a little ammo and do that.
Stench.
It's been abandoned for a while.
Okay, so let's see what we have here. Ooh, that looks yummy.
Ugh, it smells like rotting flesh.
It's been dead for a while. And yeah, one cool thing about this particular Resident Evil is not something that wasn't in 4. I can actually move
No signs of
while
life.
aiming.
But I feel like something's here.
Hey,
What happened?
I don't think we're alone.
No. Really?
That doesn't look like just water.
Okay. That looks welcoming.
There's blood coming from the ducts.
Sorry, I've never seen a mutation like this.
No power, which means no elevator for us.
The other cool thing is I do not have to press an extra button to make her run. Just pushing lightly on the joystick, she'll walk.
It's not working.
No, really? Pushing all the way will cause her to run. We found weed. We found weed.
It's shorted out.
Damn rats.
The power still works here.
Isn't it nice? There's no power to the elevators, but we can always get snacks and soda.
I can't make out this picture.
Oh look, they were nice enough to give us some handgun ammo. Alright. Let's see what we got.
Ugh, the face is smashed in completely.
Yummy. It's locked from the other side.
Jim, take a look at this.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna look around a little bit more first.
Parker, give me a hand here.
Sure, no problem.
Yummy.
I got something. I think it's a gun.
Now what?
Give me a sec.
Oh, come on. Put on some gloves at least first.
So, it's not Chris.
Ouch. There's a new type of creature.
This explains our missing crew.
This is not good. Where are you, Chris?
So there was our prologue going into episode 1, Into the Depths. Hitting certain areas on enemies induces more damage.
This sunny and idyllic Mediterranean coast was the site of one of the world's greatest structures. It took a full 11 years to finish constructing the world's first aquapolis, the floating city of Terra Grigia. A sustainable metropolis operating on a massive solar energy matrix and equipped with the latest green technologies. Never before had solar energy been used to supply power to an entire city. But in 2004, Veltro, a terrorist group opposing the city's development, launched a bioterrorist attack. They not only released a virus, but also several creatures, known as bioorganic weapons, further complicating the situation. This launched one of the worst tragedies the world has ever seen. The FBC, the world's leading counter-bioterror organization operating under the auspices of the US, was called in to direct efforts to contain the attack. The BSAA, a counter-bioterror NGO, which operates independently of the interests of any one country, went in as observers to assist the FBC. Realizing the need for immediate and decisive action, Supreme Local Headquarters issued the order to use the city's solar energy matrix on itself. Media outlets around the world began to refer to the incident as the Terra Grigia Panic. Following the incident, the FBC announced it has successfully disbanded the terrorist group called Veltro. It is now 2005, and a sense of calm and security is finally returning to the people. But, as you can see, the lost city of Terra Grigia remains inaccessible, a silent and potent symbol of the threat that bioterror poses for people around the world.
Ah, there you two are.
O'Brien, you don't normally join the fray.
Well, my doctor told me I need exercise. I assume you both know that the FBC has cordoned off the entire area. However, in the past few weeks, a number of mysterious carcasses have washed up.
I guess the FBC couldn't cover up a mess this big, huh?
Anyone who knows what happened here is going to put two and two together.
And that's why I've sent the BSAA in to investigate. Did you pick up your new equipment from Quint?
The, Genesis, or something. Is that its name?
You didn't bother to read the manual, did you?
No, I brought it with me, just in case.
I hope you read quickly, because you're gonna need it on your mission.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Fucking Parker. Genesis Manual Version 1.0.9. Genesis, the nickname of a high-level bioscanner currently being tested and developed by the global pharmaceutical consortium. It bounces special synchrotron radiation off of a target in order to analyze it. Viral analysis. It is possible to detect and analyze even the smallest amount of viruses. Vaccine manufacturing. Since version 1.0.4, it has been possible to produce simple vaccines from the viral analysis data. Detection. Using synchrotron radiation, it is possible to detect specific objects. The data for bullets, medicinal herbs, etc. are registered within the internal memory for testing. If a detectable object is nearby, the indicator in the lower right area of the monitor will light up. So here is the scanner. So this is basically what we get to use to look for hidden items.
the hell are you doing? Ah, look at this mess. Oh, they're rotted to hell.
Skin so pale. I've never seen anything like it.
Use the Genesis to get a reading on it. The Genesis requires a decent sample size to get an accurate reading. Scan the carcasses on the beach and send me your data.
So, the whole purpose about this
Have a look at this.
is for every 100% that you get, it'll generate an herb for you. If you capture them dead, you won't get as many points versus if you can actually capture them alive.
I'm
Metal
getting
detected.
something from inside it.
Careful now.
Don't worry, I've done this before.
Ugh. Ooh, shoulder deep.
I've got something. What is this? If it's an engineered mutation, this could prove a link.
I'll run some tests on this. Continue with the investigation. We need more samples to run an analysis. Give me a few more.
Whoa.
It moved!
Careful, you two. I don't know what sort of virus we're dealing with. I'm trying to figure that. Don't worry, we're on it.
Ouch. Should have known better. Yummy.
Raccoon City. This must be a cakewalk.
I suppose. So why'd you quit the FBC for this outfit?
I wanted to be more involved. I wanted to fight.
I see you two are okay. Continue with the investigation, but proceed with extreme caution. We don't have enough data to run a complete analysis. Gather some more samples from the carcasses on the beach.
Oh, yummy.
That smell. Must have ruptured from gas.
Christ, what a mess.
Sub-weapon controls. Use weapon with R1. Use weapon while aiming with L2 and R1. Switch weapons up and down only when carrying 2 or more. Getting your analyze rate to 100% will earn you a health recovery item. The rate you receive will go down if you analyze enemies of the same kind.
I've collected enough samples.
Good. Get them to me ASAP.
Okay. See what else we got. Newspaper from last year. It's the first article bringing the existence of BOWs to the public. That's everything. I got a little book here to at least map stuff out for me. Unfortunately, I can't pick up any more handgun rounds, but at least they're telling me how much is there too, so that's a nice little bonus. Yeah!
Shit. How the hell don't these things stay big? More of them? Hurry up and neutralize them.
Let's go ahead and go back.
Some peace and quiet. All in a day's work for you two, eh? All right, enough chit-chat. Get that sample data to me.
Let's go ahead and go back and collect that handgun ammo.
Is everything okay? Bring the samples to me.
Yeah, we're coming, we're coming. Stop getting so impatient.
There you are. Nice work.
No doubt about it. These corpses show signs of viral infection.
And I bet it's no coincidence they came through the FBC's blockade.
Well, we did all we can. Now, we wait for the results to come back from HQ. Huh? It's the emergency line. Yeah, it's me. Uh-huh. What? Yes, that's fine. I'll take it from here. We'll have to speed things up. Starting now. Uh-huh. Good. Get to it. Jill, Parker, you two are still on the case.
What happened?
We lost contact with Chris and Jessica.
When? How?
We're not certain. I've sent their last known coordinates to your terminals.
The signal was lost over the ocean. thought they were in the mountains chasing Feltro. But judging from their position, they must be...
On a ship. I'll go back to HQ, take charge of the search and rescue. You two will be my eyes out there.
Yes, sir.
So that's the end of part 1 of episode 1. "6:20 p.m. Queen Zenobia." So we're picking up where we left
These
off.
things got to Chris and Jessica?
I hope not.
Hey, no one's saying Chris is dead.
Alright, then let's find him already.
So now that we have access to the...
I'll check it out.
Okay, I'll see what I can find here.
Copy that. I'll radio you if I pick up Chris's trail. This thing has a lot of similarities to the corpses on the beach.
So now that we have the Genesis scanner, we can actually use it to find some hidden items. Which is really pissing me off, because on the beach, I could carry a lot more. In terms of ammo. But by at least uncovering it, when I need it, I can always come back for it. And those those hidden handprints are stuff that we're going to be looking for as well. Call it like a little bonus. Most of this is memory from my previous playthrough. And we are doing a little bit of backtracking. More handgun ammo. Three of 30. More handgun ammo. And there was something back out here, which I think was more ammo. So yeah, all handgun ammo. Okay, so now that we've backtracked and uncovered a few extra items that I can always come back and grab, these items don't disappear, they're always there, so at least until I pick them up. So I have some type of resource of ammo. to come back and grab if absolutely necessary. Jill's looking pretty good in that suit though, not gonna lie. Alright, so now we're back to where we were. And he said the lock sounded like it came off, so we're gonna move over here. Alright. Jill's going off on her own here. I will say that's probably one of the nicest things that they actually incorporated, was being able to aim and move at the same time. Because when you're playing a game like this where shit can pop around any corner...
Chris! Chris! Come on, say something! I found Chris, but he's trapped in there.
Can you get him out?
No, it's a tough lock. I need the key.
Okay, then let's find it.
Alright. Find the key. Ah, found more weed. Looks like a dead end. No shit. Oh, more weed. Aha. Handgun rounds. Handgun rounds. Can't go across that way, so... More weed, alright. I can get behind weed. Ouch! So, one of the big differences in here is we don't have a health bar anymore. The animation for low health is now, as you take damage, the screen will start to go gray. Nothing in there. Cheapskates. Tease me with the lockers, then you put nothing in there. An anchor mark on the door. Based on where it's at, I'm not going to be able to reach it. In there. Let's see what we got here. It's locked. Alrighty then. Moving on. Well then. Somebody just got their shit caved in. Ow. Seriously, dude, stay down.
What's going on?
I found a survivor. The BOW's got her, though.
Who was she?
I'm still trying to piece that together.
Yeah, no, I totally loved the controls. There's nothing I can identify. Let's see what the Genesis scanner tells me. Crew quarters key area.
Parker, I couldn't find anything out on the woman, but I did find a key.
Let's try it out. I'll meet you in the Chris's room. See you there.
No, I played RE6 and the controls for that one was where they like, Revelations was the first one I think they put out where you could move while aiming. 6 put a nice little mod twist on it. Okay then. So we're gonna go back here and grab the ammo. I figured you'd be watching Darian's stream, Satan. Not that I don't appreciate the support. Or was she just so tired that she called it early or something? Or are you watching both? You one of those freaky people that watch both? Seriously? Out of the washing machine? Yeah. Let's see what we got here. More handgun ammo. Okay. I didn't mean to throw that. I thought I would be able to hold and aim. Damn it. Well, that worked out well. Okay. Accidents happen, folks. Well, I appreciate it. Anchor mark. Well, shit. I'm getting the dodge down a little bit better. Down. And the accuracy is getting a little bit better too. Let's see what we got here. Did I already pick that up? I think I already did, but this one I didn't. Alright, looks like we're back.
Jill,
Come on, we gotta help Chris.
There we go.
Chris?
I don't think there was a laser sight option in this one.
What is this?
great.
It's a trap.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the aim in sight either. So, like, I explicitly went and searched the options to see if there was a way to change it to the laser sight.
It's time you learned the truth, Miss Valentine.
And that is the end of episode 1, Into the Depths. So overall, I didn't do too bad. So the game does autosave, but I like an actual like hands-on save. So yeah, it did make aiming a lot easier. So I did say we were going to try and cover 3 of the actual in-game episodes. So we are going to move on to the next episode. And one thing I did like about Resident Evil Revelations was that they did like recaps.
Previously on Resident Evil Revelations.
We lost contact with Chris and Jessica.
The signal was lost over the ocean.
Queen Zenobia.
Right here on this ship.
No signs of life. But I feel like something's here.
I think it's a gun. This is not good. Where are you, Chris? Chris! What is this?
Oh, great. Shit! It's a trap!
It's time you learned the truth, Miss Valentine.
Yeah. I have a copy of this on the 3DS, but I've never actually played it on the 3DS. This is technically only my second play of this game, and the first time I did it was on Xbox 360. So here we are picking up with Chris and Jessica.
Slow down, Chris.
We're almost there, Jessica.
I certainly hope so. My feet are killing me.
Our source indicates the camp is on the far side of this peak.
Maybe it's the weather, but I still can't make contact with HQ. Who'd have thought we'd be stuck out here for so long?
Hey, you do that, I will gladly watch your playthrough. Because I am always a fan of checking out people's first time, so yeah, definitely let me know when you do that, and I will gladly sit down and watch. Like, I wish I had that luxury of first time plays. But of the Resident Evil franchise, the only first time plays anybody's getting from me is the RE2 remake and Resident Evil 7. So for the most part, we can just kind of...
The plane! My God, it crashed!
There shouldn't be any shipping routes in this area.
And the intel we got on Veltro was on the money. Come on.
So we should, since this is one of the earlier stages, should be able to just proceed pretty easy. Yeah, I will gladly sit down and watch your first time play of RE4 and Revelations.
Investigate the site. Let me know if you find anything.
Oh yeah, that's right, Chris comes with a shotty. It's marked with the biohazard symbol. Yeah, that's pretty biohazard.
Some faint traces of the virus here.
Chris, do you really think we're dealing with Veltro again?
Hard to say. I find it difficult to believe they survived Terra Grigia, though.
Whatever did this, it wasn't human.
What the hell were they carrying?
He might have been Veltro. I better use the Genesis. Okay, I get it. I get it. Let go. Picked up flight plan.
The manifest should give us a lead to work with.
Let's see. They were headed for Valkoinen Airport.
If that's where they are, this mine should take us there.
All the controls have been shorted out. Okay. It's nice that they gave us plenty of weed.
Jessica, I need a hand!
Hold on.
Yeah, I played when I checked out a little bit of Resident Evil 7. The first time I played it was, I want to say I played it...
This cave is too cold.
You should have worn your thermal
to that
underwear.
Opening scene with the dad. Jack, I think it was. That's as far as I've played into the game. Oh, that sounds pleasant.
Hey, did you hear that?
Wow!
I think you're infected. Careful, Jessica.
See? This is why I like Chihuahua.
Was the plane transporting these things?
Looks that way, doesn't it?
Then Veltro is back from the dead.
Yeah. And we have to stop them before anyone gets hurt.
Okay. Okay. Whoa, they jump. Ouch. I think I managed to scan most everything. Alright. Let's work our way back around this way. And see if we missed anything. Nope, just comes around nothing. Okay. Shoddy power. Oh. See, this is one of the few times I'm actually not paying attention to her stream just because I seem to have a BOW decoy grenade type subweapon. Once it hits the ground, it lets out a unique sound that lures in surrounding enemies and then explodes, taking out everything in the vicinity. Very effective if used correctly. Because I found my laptop doesn't like to run Twitch and this at the same time without crashing my laptop. That was inadvertent, but I will take it. Poor Dardar. I could always come over there and I can donate like 100 bits just, you know, to chill everything out. You know, throw a cork in the wrench or wrench in the gears, whatever. Oh no.
So, Jill, was it?
Was what? Stay focused.
She was your partner before, right?
Yeah, my partner from before. What about it?
I was, you know, just asking.
Shit! I fucking hit the wrong button. Thankfully that doesn't hurt. At least it doesn't hurt me.
Shit!
Oh!
Chris, are you okay?
It's just my leg. I'm not going anywhere for a while.
Hold on, I'll be right there. I've got your back.
them. There's too many of them.
Hang in there, Chris.
Shit, my ammo's not gonna last.
Aren't there any more decoys? Me and my sweet ass are on the way.
Come on. Just die already.
Can you stand?
Thanks. I'll be okay.
Sorry to bring this up again, but
Bring what up?
do you trust me as much as Jill?
There's no need to compare. I trust you both. Besides, trust is built through actions, not words.
That's so like you, Chris. It's always about the job, isn't it?
Can you blame the man? He's seen some shit. So is it the 5 to 10 bits? Is it just random people, or are people actually, or is it like the same couple people starting bit wars and driving her nuts?
Look, is that the airstrip?
That's their hideout.
Father Satan.
This is Forkball. Do you read?
Chris here. I read you, sir.
Are you all right? Where are you?
The interference here killed our signals. We're at Valkoinen Mock Airport.
Damn it. It's all a setup.
What do you mean?
I sent Jill and Parker to the Mediterranean on faulty intel, and now I've lost contact with them. I haven't heard from them since.
How? What's going on?
Chris, you better look at this.
It's impossible.
O'Brien, you're not gonna like this. We found the Veltro crest.
Then stories of their resurrection are true. If that's the case, then...
Then the setup that got Jill and Parker. It was all...
Yeah, I'd almost guarantee it.
O'Brien, we'll go after Jill and Parker. I hope that's not a problem.
Not at all. Make your way to the Mediterranean, and we'll keep you posted.
Any idea what's going on?
We'll sort it out later. We have to move.
So there was the first half of episode 2. Hello, Jill.
What? Where?
Jill?
Parker.
Where are you?
I don't know. A room, I think. Somewhere on the ship.
Damn it. Bastard took all my weapons.
Can you reach HQ?
No, comms are out, it seems. We should regroup.
Where am I? So, no knife. It's still on. Won't open, I think it's locked. What's this? It's screwed in pretty tight. Looks like it's been broken for a while. There's never a good time when you gotta drain a bathtub. It's rusted. Picked up a screwdriver. Oh hey, look at that nerve. Oh man. By pressing up or down plus X with the right timing before an enemy attacks, you will evade the attack. Some more tutorial. Padlock.
I wish I had my weapons.
Ow.
Jill, you can't fight without a weapon.
No shit.
Just do your best to dodge.
Ah, damn it. Oh, come on. Doesn't mean I don't want the healing item so I can keep my ass alive. Handgun rounds. Shotgun, that would be useful. There's a place to insert something. Ah! Come on. Oh, well. There's a death. I didn't think I was hurt that badly.
fight without a weapon.
No shit,
Just do your
Sherlock.
best to dodge.
I got it. There's two there. Oh, that makes things interesting. So I only saw one the first time. And we're running and running and running and running. Alrighty then.
Jill, are you okay?
I'm fine, but the ship's crawling with BOWs.
Okay, we're going to need our weapons. I think I saw them on my way here, but I couldn't reach them.
We should be okay as long as we work together. Wait, there are more creatures this way.
I found this though.
Think we can use it?
Yeah, it just might do the trick.
Come on. Back off.
The weapons I found are just up ahead. Hurry.
Back off already.
Jill, I found our weapons. They're in here.
Storage box. You can equip or switch weapons on this screen. You can also use custom weapons if you have custom parts. Any weapon you obtain will automatically be added to this screen. Picked up custom parts damage. Ah, damn it.
We got our equipment. Now what?
Now we contact HQ and tell them what the hell is going on.
We should be able to do that from the bridge. Let's go. This is
By the way, what's the deal with that guy in the gas mask? What's he doing?
Alright then. So that's the only thing here. It's locked from the other side. Let's see. My phone is going a little on the crazy side. Let's see what we got going on here real quick. Ah, crap. Alright. Alright, so looks like we get to backtrack a little bit. Yummy. Custom parts. Card reader next to it. Okay, obviously we don't have the card. I may have missed something. There we go. Botany plants have medicinal properties, third edition. Humans have been using plants to heal wounds and cure diseases ever since ancient times. For example, one of those types of plants is an herb that grows wild in the Arklay Mountain area. The bright green herb not only heals fatigue, but it also helps to strengthen the natural healing process so that wounds heal faster. In addition, it has an active immune function that can be extremely useful against viral infection. The medicinal applications are vast, and they are already starting to be used in the field. Please consider supplying yourselves with these herbs in order to protect yourself and your family from recent threat of bioterrorism.
These things are hiding everywhere.
helm. Weird place for a hand, but okay. Okay, so nothing else. We're going back upstairs. Anchor mark on the door. Anything else around here? Yeah, there we go. Better than nothing. Gotta be coming back. It's all good. It happens, Synthric, I get it. That's what you get when you work with two chats at once, man. Oh, you're new. Ow. Dude, seriously. Go down already. Jesus, I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm gonna have to go back. I'm like so low on ammo. I gotta go back and collect what I couldn't collect before. Oh, I hate it when that shit happens. I hate these guys. But as much as they stumble, it's just so freaking hard to line up a decent shot and you end up wasting ammo. I want to say there's a little bit more that I missed. Here. Nope. Nope, can't go back there to there. So I think it was here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now that I actually have ammo again. Sorry about that little backtrack, folks. Oh, man. Now, I still remember, I think the first time I played this, I died once. And I actually died to a boss. Whoa! Iota 1963, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm almost to affiliate stage now where people can harass me with donations. That'll make Darian happy. Okay. Wah! Ha-ha! Ow, come on! Oh, God. I don't know why I keep, like, panic mode doing that. I'm gonna waste all my grenades. Alright. It's a horrible time to hit that follow button. Bye-bye. Okay, is there anything else here? I couldn't check it before, so... Ah, a hidden handprint. Room 303. Helm mark on the door. Oh, hey, look, this elevator works. Aha, okay. So we're back here now. So there's a quick link to our customized box, so that's always helpful. So it looks like we're going to the bridge then. So, and as anybody else can obviously tell, I finally got Streamlabs working with both of my consoles, so as long as it continues to work like this, I will be using this a little bit more often. Someone's been here. Nothing. And there's my first little bit of shotty ammo for Hit Joe.
I'm at the bridge.
Okay, so I do know one thing I want to attempt to do before anything else is I want to get this. This should be handprint number 9. Yeah, okay. So, according to my book that I'm using for maps, yay! Now I can actually carry more ammo. Wonderful. Communication system is down.
We can't change our course. We're completely adrift.
This is recent. The perpetrator can't be far.
Well, there goes our boat.
Don't think that was the tugboat.
We'll be stuck here. Damn.
Oh, she's flexible.
Please, drop the weapon.
Drop yours, Parker.
Who the hell are you?
Dun dun dun! And there's the end of episode 2, Double Mystery. Yep, I actually was sucking on that one, and that death didn't help either. will save it. And we're going to move on to the next chapter, which shouldn't be too bad. It will include our first boss, though. Our first legit boss. Alright, so I wanted to do this at about the halfway mark. So we're gonna take a quick break here because I got probably another half hour's worth of work. So we're gonna take a break, let me use the facilities. I'm gonna check in on a couple of things, and then we will finish this off. Again, Iota 1963, thank you for the follow. And if you don't mind hanging out for a little bit, we'll finish this up. Just so you know, Iota, I do have a YouTube channel. It's under the name StrifeEclipseGaming. Just about, with the minor exception, just a few random broadcasts. Everything I've ever done on Twitch is there, so if you're a Resident Evil fan and wanted to see my Resident Evil plays, everything for Resident Evil 0, 1, the Resident Evil 2 Remake, Code Veronica, and Resident Evil 4 are up there. There's some Persona videos, a couple of FF14 videos, and a full playthrough of Devil May Cry 5. So if you want to give that a check out and maybe catch up and see what I've done or anything, since you gave me the follow here, I would definitely appreciate that. So, alright, so we're going to take ourselves a quick little break here. And we will be back here momentarily. Okay, and we're back. Iota, if you're still here, I do not have the ability to play dead aim. I mean, if I could, I would. But unfortunately, I just do not have the ability to do so. So, alright, so we're going to move on to the final chapter that we're going to cover in this part. Episode 3, Ghosts of Veltro.
Previously on Resident Evil Revelations.
Jesus. No one could have lived through that.
And stories of their resurrection are true.
Then the setup that got Jill and Parker, it was all...
It's a trap! Yeah, I'd almost guarantee it.
O'Brien, we'll go after Jill and Parker.
Make your way to the Mediterranean.
Where?
Damn it. Bastard took all my weapons.
Can you reach HQ?
No, comms are out, it seems.
Shit, we'll be stuck here. Jill!
Who the hell are you?
Hey, Synthric, you still here? Is Darian still going right now?
Still hurting, Cadet?
No. I can still fight.
That's the spirit.
It's over. The city is finished.
A potato.
Your efforts are commendable. This is one wake-up call which was long overdue. Fine work. Jessica, Parker, come in. The facility has been breached. We're closing shop. Prepare to go home. Split up and get to the helipad on the roof. That's an order.
I'll cover the hallway with Jessica. Cadet, make sure they reach the heliport.
Fine.
Parker, they've started evacuation procedures here. O'Brien?
I'm the only one left, General Morgan. The BSAA is pulled out. I want you to know that the FBC is making a huge mistake.
We have been at war for 3 weeks in an attempt to handle this matter. There have been rescues, there have been losses. Too many. But any further delays would simply cripple our cause. Surely you can understand that.
I'm afraid I cannot. Obliterating the site by satellite is only a quick fix. We could lose crucial evidence.
Use of the satellite has already been approved. We can clean up this mess.
I guess you thought of everything. Even the FBC may not be able to cover its tracks on this one.
Let the heavens scorch the earth with justice.
These unilateral solutions of yours will only create a new Veltro. Perhaps a dozen of them.
Yes, there's the rub. Men like us can exist thanks to groups like that.
And he'll just let all those people die.
Are you finished now, Director O'Brien? Everyone, you have your orders. Move into position. Raven, with me.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Jessica. It's a very interesting uniform. Alright. I like Parker's choice of machine gun.
You think this is it?
Not if we shoot all them sons of bitches first.
Here they come. Open fire!
The two of us will be enough.
We want to make it out of here. It's gotta. After this, we head for the chopper.
Ouch. Ow.
How many are there? Did Veltro make them all?
Can't contain this. The world when they find out. Everyone will equip Velcro with terrorism.
I think that's what they're hoping.
Twofer. Ow. Come on. Damn it. Damn. Got my ass handed to me there.
That takes care of that.
Right. Now it's our turn to get on that chopper.
That elevator should still be operational. This way.
I think that's outside.
Climb the walls too? Great.
We have to hurry.
Whoa!
Sorry to drag you into this.
That's fine. But you're buying me dinner next time. And I'm ordering lobster.
She's not a cheap date, man.
Broke already?
And that was the last working elevator. How do you feel about stairs? Actually, I'm not sure how I feel about stairs.
Of course, you're in heels. Hey now. Come on. Aww, damn it. Whoa! You dick! It does make you wonder. FBC's charter. Federal Bioterrorism Commission was founded by the U.S. government to be the enforcing agency of the guidelines set forth in the National Species Protection Act. This document outlines the FBC's charter and the responsibilities of its members. The FBC is charged with protecting the United States and her interests from biological threats. Our organization will work with other countries and their respective wildlife protection organs to guard public health. As such, we are tasked with ensuring the biological safety of the public at large. The duties of all FBC members include the research, training, and support of biological community. Policies will be fomented on a needs-only basis, with any additional budget expenditures and extraordinary activities being approved by a plenary session of the Wildlife Protection Committee. The FBC chair was selected by the Wildlife Protection Committee. The chair's duties include complete oversight of the FBC and coordination of all activities with respective U.S. cabinet officials. The FBC chair is the final overseer of the National Animal Protection Community. All members of the National Animal Protection Community are entitled to request help from the chair, including the Secretaries of State and Defense, and the Director of National Intelligence. However, the chair has final authority on all matters of national biological safety. Yeah, one of the people I started playing on Siren server for in FF14 was somebody I played Resident Evil Outbreak on PS2 with. Ouch. Ah! Cheap shotting motherfucker. You're so mean. Oh, there we go.
So, what do you think about that O'Brien guy?
BSAA director? Not my type.
That's not what I meant.
I think he's in the right. He needs to stand up to General Morgan.
Yeah, I agree. I think being in the FBC distorts your moral compass.
You sound just like it. Still, I wouldn't mind being on the right side of the fight.
Stay down. I want to say they did do Dark Side and Umbrella Chronicles for PS3 to work with the PlayStation Move. Ow! Dick! Running low on handgun ammo again.
Are you kidding me? A dead end?
I can get through here. Give me a hand.
Okay, I'm coming. For the love of God!
Jessica, hurry!
Yeah.
System little bastards! Will please hold them!
Come on, the elevator's just ahead.
Damn, come on!
They're almost here.
I think they're here for you. It's because you're a flirt.
Sorry, I don't think.
Jesus, stay down already. Jesus.
Jesus, I thought it was gonna stop again.
Yeah, we're fine. But that was crazy. I can't believe Morgan decided to fry the city with the solar energy satellite.
Raccoon City all over again.
Yes. Wiped off the face of the earth. By tomorrow morning, Terra Grigia will be just a name in a history book.
We did do everything we could, right?
I hope we did.
Well, just don't forget about that lobster dinner you owe me.
When have I ever gone back on my word?
Get the lead out, we gotta go!
Okay, ladies first.
It's triggered a chain reaction. Look, the city.
The city's so bright.
And who said solar power was safe?
Terra Grigians. No more.
We came to help, but did nothing.
Come on. Okay. Well, I've had better runs of that, but playing on normal, I wanted a challenge, and it's kicking me right in the ass. I don't know Resident Evil Revelations as well as I do most other Resident Evil games, so...
Raymond. That's you, isn't it?
The BSAA. A little too late.
What is the FBC doing here? Answer me, Raymond.
I don't have to answer anything. You have no authority over this.
There's no time to fight. We've got to...
Give it a rest. I don't even know why you're here or who you're fighting.
Raymond, stop right there!
Nothing will change unless you get your hands dirty.
So the FBC is on this ship too. What's going on here?
We're operating without any intel. We need to search this ship for answers. Not that I relish the idea.
I think it said we want to come back down here. Oh yeah. No, you make a very valid point. It's not working. So we need to get some power back. Yeah. Home key. Custom parts, DOW decoy, handgun rounds, ship layout. For all staff and crew, the Queen Zenobia is a pleasure cruise liner that provides world-class service with the comfort of a luxury hotel for our passengers. This ship offers numerous services and facilities for our guests. As a representative for this ship, it is your job to be familiar with all the facilities that can be found here. The following list outlines some of the major facilities on this ship. Please read each one carefully. Promenade Hall, boasting an area of 1,500 meter square, I'm assuming. The ship's Promenade Hall has 3 floors and is more spacious than any other ship in the world. The interior is done in a Gothic style, with ceilings covered in chandeliers. Its beauty and style rivals that of the finest opera houses. Casino. The ship's casino can be found next to the Promenade Hall. All kinds of gaming pleasures await our guests, including card games and slot machines. Everything guests would expect from a casino can be found here 24 hours a day. Restaurants and shops. The Promenade Hall has designer goods and brand name stores from all over the world. Guests can relax at our many restaurants and bars. There are also shops that cater to our guests' everyday needs. Emergency communication room. There is an emergency communication room next to the Promenade Hall that can be used as a safety point during an emergency. Crew can also use this room to transmit an emergency distress signal should the need arise. Solarium. The shuttered glass of the solarium overlooks the world's largest onboard swimming pool. This romantic spot has been a favorite destination for many of our passengers. Be on the lookout for couples who sneak in after hours. There's the helm key. Discarded message. Oh God, please help me. This can't be happening. Don't leave me to die in this hell. I'm trapped here. There are monsters. There are monsters here, real ones. Everyone's dead or dying. There are no survivors. Shit, we're all going to die. Upper interior map.
We should find an emergency communication room if we go through the hall.
Picked up the crest. History of the Queen Zenobia. Tonnage 148,000 gross tons. Displacement 90,000 tons. Length 335.8 meters. Beam 52.3 meters. Height 93.97 meters. Propulsion electrical diesel propulsion. Crew 1,094 officers and crew. Passengers 2,200. This Paragus Line flagship was constructed in 1978. The interior is designed to replicate that of ships of the 1930s, the golden age of cruise ships. The design was based on blueprints left by George Trevor. There's a throwback to Resident Evil 1 for you. Before his disappearance, newspapers from the time of the ship's construction report accolades the design received. The ship herself is named after Zenobia, the queen of the Palmyrian Empire, who was deposed by the Romans. deposed by the Romans. Like the legendary beauty of her namesake, the ship is also known as the Beauty of the Atlantic and remained one of the most popular cruise ships built in the 20th century. With the rise of air travel supplanting the popularity of long seafaring voyages, it looked like the Queen Zenobia, along with her sister ship, was destined to be junked in the late 80s. Fortunately, she was purchased by the Paraguay's line, and her steam turbines were replaced with electric diesel propulsion system. Her hold and cabin areas were expanded, and she was upgraded with the latest technology. The Queen Zenobia was reborn as a fully functional luxury liner. After its restoration, the Queen Zenobia set out on a cruise around the world, followed by one around South America and many, many others. In the future, she will find her main harbor in the Mediterranean for her cruises around Africa. The Queen Zenobia will bring pleasure to passengers for years to come. The History of Queen Zenobia, 1995 edition. Oh, yummy! Horrible. It must have been a painful death. And he's got something in his gut. Yes. Go ahead, reach in that, Jill. All that for fucking 3 shotgun shells.
We should go to the emergency communication room. Maybe try to contact HQ.
Okay, well, we can't do anything without power.
Alright, we got to find Raymond.
How do you know him?
I used to work with him. Let's leave it at that.
Ow. Okay, well, I can go back and get that herb now. Bastard. And I can go get those handgun rounds too. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. Okay, so I think... I think we want to head back to the dining hall. There was a door there that had a crest on it, but now that we have the home key, there are areas we can go back to. No, this is where Parker woke up. So, I think we wanted the upper cabins, my bad. Whoops, I locked Parker out. My bad, sorry Parker. Ah, you got back here quick. Legal custom parts, nice. File. What the hell's going on? Monsters are crawling all over the ship. They're tearing it to pieces. I've never seen monsters like this. Their movements are stiff, stilted, but it's all over if they get a hold of you. Those piece of shit monsters ate my friend Hassan, bastards. I used my gun to frighten them off, giving me time to get the hell out of there. The bullet went straight through its arm. Thank God. These monsters have bones like an old woman. There's nowhere left to run now. Damn monsters twisted my good leg. Hell, I've run out of ammo too. God only knows how I'm going to survive this. I'm gonna guess that you didn't. And... we should now be able... should actually, the crest, I think, will help us get this. We now have the... Whoa! Hello! Ah, oh, come on! Okay, so we are indeed going to where I figured we were. Wow! Not what I wanted, but effective. It's the anchor key, I think. Yeah, anchor. I'm confused about something. Where the hell am I? There's one thing I want to check before I go proceed any further. Actually, I don't need to go back because I can't get anywhere. Welcome to the casino.
Now this is what I call a cruise ship. It's like an opera house in here. So, where is this emergency communication?
Okay, so main floor. One. Where does this take us? Yeah, I'm not going down there just yet. Okay, that was spooky. So looks like that's where we want to go. Anchor mark. Nice looking ship. Would have been nice to see it without all the monsters. Not left from the emergency communications room. This is the emergency communication room. No one gets in without my permission, not without my key. If you want to come find me at my usual spot on the promenade deck, your comms officer. There is a message scrolling underneath. This is crap. The ship is crawling with freaks and monsters. I'm going to the promenade because at least I can find food there. Anyone who's still alive can meet up there. You know where to find me. I'm not going out like that. I can promise you that. Hope I'm not the only survivor. Your friendly neighborhood comms officer.
Promenade deck is next to the hall. Let's go. We should be able to find the key we need.
Where you perceive look for a locked door directly behind the main staircase. Search for this handprint on one of the electrical boxes. Light the walls of the room. So this one isn't necessary to go to just yet, but there's a few extra items.
What is this place?
There we go. Yeah. Some sniper action. Clearing your for next online duty. There are notes handwritten in the comments columns of the report, March 25th. There was some kind of barnacle sticking to the bottom of the pool. Don't know where they came from. Please take care of them. March 30th, the barnacles are back again. Looks like they're all grouping together into a little colony. Maybe they're new species. Might be fun to keep some as a pet. April 10th, looks like the pipe that distributes the water was damaged. It was fixed, but there's a chance there was some contamination on this end. The guy in charge of security wasn't very happy. Maybe it has something to do with that new species of barnacle. April 12th, yikes, that's no new species of barnacle, that's for sure. The report ends there.
Filtration's gonna take a while. Should have known. I'll come back later.
The way I'm getting in that. Okay. So it looks like okay, so now we get to go to that one creepy place I did not want to go. So one thing I can do, and I know I'm gonna hate myself for this, is I can explore this area, and then I'm gonna be heading back to, because it doesn't look like there's a weapons chest. So I'm gonna be going back there. That doesn't sound pleasant.
Looks like we found the promenade.
Oh, we got some herbs.
Monsters hiding behind every corner.
We have yet to find one survivor.
No, wait. I can upgrade here. Fire rate, damage, burst, fire rate, long magazine. Nice. Custom parts. Nice. It's locked from the other side. Alright. I think that's everything here. Super disturbing hearing that. Fire rate 2. Okay, so we're gonna do some upgrading here. Fires 2 consecutive shots with 1 trigger pull. Firing speed. so not fucking with that yet. Because I do know from a previous playthrough that is our first boss. And he won't come out on his own. So I am going to use this opportunity to gather a few extra things here. Ah, there you are. That's 13.
This is the Queen Zenobia. Emergency call number. Mayday.
Okay. So that is pretty much all of the ammo we're going to find in here. There's a life buoy mark on the door. Alright. So, we have a decent sized area to work with, but I do know there's also going to be other areas.
This is the Queen Zenobia. Emergency call number. Mayday.
Oh, come on.
Is that the key to the emergency communication room?
Yeah. Let's leave this monster-infested hellhole.
Look at this thing. Basically, it looks like the closest thing already had to a G monster since RE2. It looks like the fishy G1 broken if he had built in a chainsaw instead of a pipe. Yep. Okay. So, there's a few things we gotta do here. I still hear those noises, so I'm wondering if there's still something wandering around that I'm not finding. Okay. Communication officer's journal. Day 1, I made the right decision coming up to the promenade. I've got food and beverages that last me a long time. I can still hear those things out there crawling at my door and looking for pride. Too bad they ain't getting in here. I have no idea if anyone else is still alive, but I know I'm going to make it through this alright. Day 2. Shit, those damn things got through the air ducts, but I put them all down before they could do any real damage. I've trained for this, and I've trained hard. Hats off to me. Good thing I was up when it happened. No more deep sleeps for me. 3. After yesterday's surprise party, I haven't been able to get to sleep a wink. My nerves are frayed. I wish I wasn't the only one here. Pretty tired today. Don't feel well. I better not get sick. I shouldn't move. Need to conserve energy. Just hang in there. I think this is day 4. I've got a fever. Hope those monsters didn't find me like this. I'm so out of it. Am I infected? Is it just a cold? There's a big lump on my head. It hurts. Wish I had someone to talk to. So alone. How many days is it? I found someone to talk to. So happy. He's very funny. Tells lots of jokes. Lots. They're funny. I laugh. His face is too close in my face. He thinks so too. No room to move. Had a fight. He wanted all the foods. He was eating meat. Good. Tasting meat. I saw his face. Chewing. Eating. No meat for me. Looked tasty. His head looks tasty. Help. Can't move. Trapped. Me, not me. Who is me? Help me, please. Mayday. 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 Well, that's disturbing. There always seems to be one. Just about every single Resident Evil I've played, there always seems to be like one type of file where it starts off normal and you slowly start to see them lose their mind. It's not working, must be locked down. Aha. Looks like need here, and here. Some weird Starship Enterprise shit. While you can solve the electric puzzle and use the elevator here to access another vortex section of the ship, it's best to save that until later in the game. The series covered in more detail in episode 7. Okay. Well, since we are pushing almost 3.5 hours, let's get this wrapped up. So yeah, this was a go figure. I've died to regular enemies, but I actually survived the boss. There you go.
I hope the equipment in that room will work.
Don't jinx us now. Bad predictions tend to come true.
Alright.
Raymond!
How did he get in here without the key?
Looks like we both were too late.
What are you talking about?
Huh.
Ignorant creatures who do not yet know of us. The time
Both of you.
has come.
Look.
Thou wilt that I remove the desperate greed which wrings my heart already.
Little masked friend.
But if my words be seed that may bear fruit of infamy to the traitor whom I know. Speaking and weeping shalt thou see together. I know not who thou art, nor by what mode thou hast come down here. The world is in our hands. This is the T-Abyss virus, and we are equipped to infect 1/5 of the Earth's waters.
He's turning guppies into jaws. Shh, quiet.
And even a child could guess what will happen next.
We are vengeful messengers from the depths of the Inferno.
So this is our man. I knew it was Veltro.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Abandon hope? He's quoting Dante.
Send a team to Valcoinen Mock Airport. Look for something linked to this ship, O'Brien.
Yes, I read you. I'll send Quint and Keith.
What?
You two, get ready to move.
I hate snow. Snow hates you.
Just find out anything you can on Veltro.
I don't see a thing. I thought the Mediterranean was just like a big lake.
Be patient. Finding a ship at sea is like finding a needle in a haystack.
No kidding. But that still doesn't solve our problem. Hey, are you even listening?
We'll find you, Jill. I promise.
And there is the end of episode 3, Ghost of Veltro. PC-356, defeat 150 enemies. Nice, okay. Raid mode stages 4 to 7 unlocked, according to episodes 1 to 3. Okay. So I'm gonna give an actual physical save here. So that's gonna do it. So yeah, Revelations will continue on Tuesday next week, and we'll be doing episodes 4 through 6. And shit's gonna get real interesting, and we're gonna get a look at a third team, I promised that we were gonna get a look at, so. In the meantime here. In the meantime, I only have 2 viewers, but what we're gonna do is we are gonna go raid the Darien. We are gonna go raid Darien. So, both viewers, don't forget to give her a like. I'm pretty sure she'll appreciate it. Synthric, I know you're my second viewer, and I know you already do, but whoever my other viewer is, give her a like too.
Tonberry! What did you say that? We originally came for the art, but we stayed because of you, Tyrion. Thanks, Nogan. Nogan, you're so sweet. Perlis is Nogan. You guys are crazy. Okay, let's move on to the next run. We're doing Grey Ghosty, then we got Raw Kitaki Sauce, Tetrabiblos.
Okay, so everybody can sit there and just chill and give her a like.
Nice drive. Yeah, Zero. I agree with that. Your internet died, Amy. Oh no.
So that being said, yeah, this will be up on YouTube later. Also, I did want to point out that my Facebook page, I put it up there. I'm going to try and link it to, maybe I'll see if Darian can put it up, since her Discord community is far bigger than mine. But I started playing Persona 5, and it was informed to me that...
wow, you look pretty cool.
You can romance multiple characters. This is my first Persona, so I'm still learning. So I've got a little poll going up on my Facebook page for my first playthrough of all the possible romance options. Who should I focus on?
Welcome. Long time no chat, right? That's what it feels like every time.
So yeah, go ahead and check that out. If you have a Facebook, it's under StrifeEclipseGaming. StrifeEclipseGaming, and then yeah, I'll see if maybe I can.
I really appreciate it resonating, and all you.
I will see if I can convince Darren to maybe put that up somewhere. So if anybody wants to vote on that, she can't. You guys can. So until then, have you guys
who's just coming in,
have a great night. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Have fun. Be awesome. Continue to be amazing. Spread the love. Share the joy. And remember, if you're gaming somewhere, and right now, I know you are, game hard, go home, and I'll see you guys next Sunday, hopefully with some Nier Automata. So, check you guys later.